You're throwing your back out. Not cool, man. So, right, whether it was bending over to pick up a pencil or you tried to deadlift something and just, I tweaked my back, not cool, right? Right, don't freak out. I know it can be very scary, especially if it's your first time that you've done it, or if it's a really bad one. But what we're going to talk about today is what you can do on your own to help improve, right? Help kind of calm your back muscles down, help calm some things down, and get you back on your feet and get you moving better before you see your physiotherapist, right? Before you see your physical therapist or before you see your healthcare provider. These are 3 exercises, very, very simple, that you can do just to get the ball rolling before you see that provider. So all you're going to need is a volleyball, a basketball works very well, a lacrosse ball, and you're going to need your hands. So the first one we're going to do is a lot of the times when you do tweak your back, right, there's a reason why, right? Maybe you rounded your back when you deadlifted, or you were running, right? You've been moving, something was compensating and your low back was moving a certain way. Whatever the case may be, typically the pelvis gets kind of thrown out of alignment. So our pelvis here is, it might be shifted one way and you're kind of stuck. That typically happens whether you have a disc bulge, right? Or your joint gets stuck in one direction. What commonly happens is the back muscles, they just kind of seize up on you over here, and they don't want to let go. Right? It's not the muscle that's causing the issue, it's the joint or the disc, and the muscles spasm to try and protect it and say, we don't want anything else to happen here. Stop moving, stop moving. So when that happens, it sucks. It doesn't feel very good, but we need to calm that muscle down and start to get you moving the right way. One way to do that is to try and put that pelvis in a better position, right? And the way to do that is to use the muscles around the pelvis, whether it's tilted this way, or it's tilted backwards, or tilted forward, tilted backwards, or twisted. We're going to use the muscles around it to help put it in a better position. And I'll show you one more time. I'll stand up here. I know I'm going to be out of frame. But we're here, right? Our pelvis is, it's shifted, whether it's shifted backwards this way, or shifted forwards, or it's dropped to one side and rotated, right? We can use our muscles to help put it in a better position. So what we're going to do is lay on our back. We're going to lay like this. We're going to bring both knees up. One hand in the front, one hand in the back. And what we're going to do is, this knee is going to drive up this way. This looks like it's going to drive down the other way. And we're going to resist. So I'm resisting my hip flexors here, and I'm resisting my hamstrings and my glute here. And what this is going to do, you're going to hold 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. What's going to happen is we're going to move this pelvis in a certain position, and if it's stuck one way, we're going to try and move it back the other way. If it's stuck the other way, we're going to move it back the other way. So if we don't know which way is actually going to work, but it doesn't matter. If we spend some time here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax, and nothing happens, that's okay. No harm, no foul. I'm going to switch directions, do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. I actually feel this one a little bit more in the back here, so I think this is the direction I need to go for myself. 10-second break. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. All right, we're going to go through 5 sets of this. One way, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, take a 10-second break. Do 5 sets of those. Switch directions, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So doing that for 5 sets, and then where did the volleyball go? We're going to grab the volleyball. We're going to place it between our knees. You're going to still have your feet up this way. You're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. For another 5 sets. 10-second break. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, the goal here is using the muscles when we're here to help put that pelvis in a better position. And then when we're squeezing here, we're using our groin muscles to pop it back into position as well. So all of these, the whole goal is getting that pelvis in a better position, because you might have tweaked it, might be kind of all over the place doing something, and you might not get it the first time. So don't be afraid, hey, going through 5 sets of the entire thing, right? Going through the whole 5 sets, see how you feel.
and then doing it again. Doing this multiple times a day, right? It might be a quick fix. You might feel a pop. You're like, oh, I popped it back into place when we're doing the ball squeeze here. That's great. You probably fixed it, or you probably moved your back in a better position. That's awesome. But you might not. It might take a little bit longer. If that's the case, hey, do 2 to 3 sets. Do a 5th one. Do a 6th one, right? Do a bunch of these. It might take more than just one time through. If it's a new acute one, you've never done it before, cool. You might get in the first try, which is awesome. But it might take a couple extra sets if you've thrown your back out a couple times. All right. The next thing we're going to do, using either our volleyball, our basketball, we're going to lay on the ball and we're going to breathe deeply into it. It's a great way to hit the abdominal muscles, which commonly has some things going on, right? They might be turned off, they might be overused. So it's a great way to help release them, but also hit some of the hip flexors in here, right? Some of the psoas muscle, right? So we're gonna land a ball. Come here, right on top of the ball here, but right in our abdomen, come all the way down. I'm gonna prop up on my elbows here, and first just kind of roll around, trying to find a spot. I like to put it right in my belly button and then just hang out on it, sink into the ball. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and just sink into it. And doing 10 repetitions of this. Don't be afraid to move from side to side. Say, oh, there's a spot over here I can hit, and then all of a sudden over here, oh, another spot I can hit over here, right? The point of this is, hey, trying to just relax some of the abdominal muscles, relax that hip flexor. Commonly, these guys get really, really tight and trying to guard after you have a back issue, or when you strain your back or pull your back out. So that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be grab the cross ball. We're going to hit underneath the back here. There's a couple different ways to do this. I'm going to show you without your legs propped up, then we'll grab the stool and we'll do it with the legs propped up. So the first way is grabbing out of the cross ball and putting it on our low back, right? Not in the middle, right? We want it off to the side. I'm going to put mine off to the right. So we're here, and you can have your arms on the ground, totally fine. You're just moving left to right, and you're trying to find spot. Oh, your back's probably going to be very locked up, so this should feel relatively tender. Anytime a tissue is tender, it's an indicator of, hey, we need to spend some time here. So don't be afraid to, hey, really spend some time on these areas. We're coming down, we're spending time. Like, oh yeah, this is a really tender spot. All right, 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes on one side, you can take it off, you can go to the other side. So, yeah, let me spend some time over here. It's like, oh, there's a spot. Right, if it's sharp pain, back right off. Right, we want tenderness, we want soreness, but we don't necessarily want sharp pain. So if it's sharp pain, back right off. If it sends something down the leg, right, nervy pain, back right off. If it feels sketchy, it probably is. And 2 minutes on this side if you want. What we're gonna also do, we're gonna grab the stool next. I'll show you a quick example of how to do this if it's really, really flared up. You can do the same thing with your legs propped up. So we have our stool here, and it's essentially the same thing, but with our legs propped up to take a little bit of extra force off the low back. So here, propping up the legs, still place that ball underneath the back, just hanging out on it. First of all, here, just take some deep breaths in. This alone, you're probably gonna feel a good amount on that low back, so don't be afraid to just spend some time taking some deep breaths in. This is going to be fairly intense. And as you breathe in, you should feel it more where that lacrosse ball is. But it's going to also be very, very relaxing too.
because guys, that diaphragm attaches to that low back. So having some diaphragmatic breathing, right? Breathing in, stick that belly out is going to be huge. It's a spinal stabilizer. So working on this too, not only can relax you, but it can help strengthen. Right? It's a spinal stabilizer. Right? Use that diaphragm to your advantage. Right? Don't be afraid to look fat. Really stick that belly out, and then just doing this now, I feel even more relaxed. You do a set 10 of those. You can add in an arm motion here. Say, hey, put some weight in there, add the arm up. Or you can move side to side, right? You say, hey, let me try and move side to side. This is fine.
So, guys, these are 3 quick exercises you can do if you've thrown your back out and before you see your physio, your chiropractor, whoever your practitioner is, you can get the ball rolling to help alleviate some of this back pain. Guys, back pain is something I've suffered with for a long time. It's a huge epidemic in the U.S., right, and in many other modern nations. And learning this quick thing, couple quick exercises you can do on your own is going to be huge for you and other people that you know to say, hey, do this quick thing. It can help get you out of pain. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. And hey, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.